Yours, damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you.
The thing that makes me put the guys go crazy. They lose their minds.
What it is, ho? Oh, what's up? Saph-Liar, you're fake as fuck. Girl, you already know what I'm about to say, girl. Anyways, what's good? What's up, Messy Mob? It's your girl, ItsMyaJ, and I am back again with another video. So today, we're going to be getting into the recap of the latest episode of Baddies East. Y'all seen that thumbnail, and I know y'all read that title, baby. Okay, so we're going to get into it. It is a lot to get into. Your girl got some opinions that I just need to get off my chest. Girl, I know I'm late, but I'm here. Okay, better late than never. I am here with the recap. Let's go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, let me start off by saying, baby, that this season is a real big disappointment. Not only that, but this Jamaica trip is even a bigger disappointment. Girl, when I told you, you cannot tell me anything about this Jamaica trip, baby, I was so ready for this Jamaica trip. Girl, it is not living up to the standards, and it is not living up to what Zeus tried to portray to us. Girl, it is a mess. This Jamaica trip is a mess. Anyways, let's go ahead and start off where the episode started off last season, which is Suki versus Rollie. So, honestly, like, when it comes down to this fight was so weak. I was very unimpressed. Me personally, up until this point, baby, I thought Rollie done tore Suki ass up out the frame, baby. Okay? I'm not gonna lie. I thought that Suki got tore up. And I used to say this all the time, and I even said it on my live. But I actually went back and slowed it down. Rollie, girl, you are big for no reason. Let's just start there. Girl, you is the bitter big bad girl. You are Shamu, the big bad whale, girl. Girl, I'm trying to tell you, girl, them roles cannot save you every single time. Okay? Because if we really gonna talk about what hits landed, Suki got that. You don't. Baby girl. You really don't. You really don't. Okay? All you do is use your weight when you fight, baby. You really cannot fight. Like, Rollie, you really cannot fight. And I'm trying to figure out why y'all keep letting this big back monster continue to beat y'all like a drum. I'm trying to figure out why. Because she really can't fight. All Rollie did was use her weight, backed Suki up against the wall, and once Suki had her back against the wall, Suki was doinking her shit. Let's really talk about it. Suki kind of like mushed her a little bit, like tapped her on the forehead. That's when Rollie walked up on her, okay? That first hit connected. I'm not gonna lie. But all Rollie did, okay, because clearly you can see the height difference, you can see the size difference, okay? All Rollie did is what she did per usual, baby. She uses her weight. Like, you cannot fight. I'm sorry to tell you, girl, you cannot get down. You really cannot get down, okay? I'm not gonna lie, girl, you is fast for one of the big bad girlies, okay? And I'll give you that, girl. You're quick for your size. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, other than that, girl, you really cannot get down. Like, let's really speak on it. You really cannot. All you did was use your weight. You utilized your weight to put that girl up against the wall. And then once she was against the wall, she was doinking. She was doinking you. She was doinking you. Okay? Now, I'm not gonna stretch it and say that she won. I'm not gonna say all that. But you know what I'm saying? You ain't just tear her out the frame like I thought that you would have. Cause I'm not gonna lie, like I said, baby, up until this point, baby, you couldn't tell me that Sukihana ain't get her ass handed to her. You okay? Chill. Saph-Liar. So Saph-Liar, I know that I should be clocking your tea a little bit later, but let's clock your tea now, just a little bit, just something a little slight. Saph-Liar, you're fake. Like, that's really all it is. Like, you're fake, okay? I still cannot believe that you literally sat there and watched that happen. I'm trying to figure out what Saph-Liar is. It's clearly Rollie kind of low-key, but high-key, but low-key. She kind of put Suki on blast and her contract on blast and basically said, I know your contract, so I'm not going to do you, okay? She said that verbatim. Baby, we all know what that means. That means, baby, I know what's in your contract. I'm not finna breach it. That's just what it is, okay? So clearly, if there is something in Sukihana's contract where she shouldn't be fighting, or she's not going to get touched, nobody's going to touch her, nobody's going to, you know what I'm saying? If that's in her contract. I don't understand why you ain't take the fade. Like, how do Rollie stand up for ET and took ET fade, but you can't take Suki fade? Girl, you're scary. I'm not gonna lie, girl, you're scary. Like, I'm not even gonna say, oh, well, she let her emotions get in the way because she built a bond with ET and she built the bond with Rollie. She built a bond with that. No, ma'am. Because even if you built a bond with those girls, even if that was her excuse, which was her excuse, by the way, okay, I built a bond, I let my heart get in the way, I let my emotions get in the way. No, ma'am. Who did you know first? Who held you down? Who got you on the show? Baby, nobody was checking for you before you got on the show. Let's keep it a buck. I didn't even know who you were, baby. I had to go do my research and go watch Love and Hip Hop to realize who you were and realize that you were also a snake on there, too. You're fake. Goodbye. But we're going to get into you a little bit later, too. Yeah, but I just wanted to say that, really, you really should have took that fade, or you should have jumped in, took that fade, something, okay? Because let's really get into it. Suki and Rollie were in each other's faces yelling for too long, and you just sitting there watching like a spectator. Girl, you're fake and you're scary. Goodbye. Anyways, after their little, whatever it was, child, after their little altercation, child, you know what I'm saying? Now they're arguing, and girl, when I tell you these two are hitting below the belt, I am not playing. Hitting below the belt. I'm not gonna lie, Suki, baby. I still like you. You know what I'm saying? I still like you, and I don't really care for Rollie, but I am not finna cap to you, girl. You really... This is what I mean when I say that Suki is very wishy-washy and she can be a hypocrite, okay? So you, and I love that you stuck up for Smiley, baby. Don't get me wrong, baby. You stood on all 10 and you stood on your values. But you're always hollering about, oh, she's a mother, he's a mother. Not he's a mother. She's a mother, this, that, and the third. She has kids. She's a mother, right? Okay, cool. But then in the same breath, you sit there and you call somebody else's child ugly. I will never understand that. No matter how much Rollie gets on my nerves, I don't condone that. It's weird. It's weird. And Rollie, why you ain't defend your son, girl? I feel bad for the baby, honestly. First of all, I feel bad for the baby because you're his mother, really. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Because I know he get picked on at school. Okay? He's old enough. What is he, like 14, 15, 16? Baby, he's 14 through 16 years old, baby. I know the kids at school be talking. Girl, I feel bad for him, okay? Because Suki really did not have to say that. I feel like it was crazy for her to say that. It's like, yikes. Like, you know, but I still like you, but it's just a little hypocritical, Suki. That's all I'm saying, child. You know what I'm saying? Like, you, like I said, girl, you stay, like, you basically the advocates for the mothers on the show, baby. He's the mother. I mean, shit. Why do I keep saying that? She's a mother, but then you gonna call somebody's child ugly, somebody's innocent child ugly. That has nothing to do with the argument. Girl, bye-bye, okay? When your first argument to begin with was defending a mother, it just didn't make no sense to me. Anyways, but the two are going back and forth, and like I said, they're just hitting below the belt. Girl, Suki is calling her child ugly. Rollie is... Girl, and Rollie, let's really get into you because some of your reads were not reading like they usually do. Girl, you did not read down at all. Girl, you was not... No, I ain't gonna lie, though. When you called... when you said that Suki looked like Tracy Morgan with her wig... I ain't gonna lie. That kind of ate because she did... Girl, Rollie, you're messy. But that kind of ate. But everything else did not eat, baby. It did not eat the way you thought it would. You know what I'm saying? Like, pulling this down, and showing a certain things in your body. No, ma'am, it did not eat down. Okay? Traumatized, girl. Suki, all you had to say to eat with... I ain't gonna lie, Suki was already eating her up. But all you had to say... all you had to do was talk about them coochie cutters that she wore in that one episode, girl, and it would have been over, girl. Okay? But Rollie, for you to really try to read Suki and to call like, this is how I know Rollie says anything that comes to mind, or she just says anything, pulls anything out that big back of hers when she arguing with people, because for you to call Suki broke, Suki, oh, girl. The girl who was barely there to begin with because she had bookings and concerts and headlined for girl. You're like, I ain't gonna lie, girl, you're very Delulu. Like, girl, I'm convinced that you wake up every morning in Delulu land, girl. That is your new home, Delulu land. Because what are you talking about? She's broke. Like, girl, I'm not gonna lie, brother, you cannot be calling anybody broke, okay? The only thing that you have going for yourself is Zeus. That's why you don't like anybody else that has more going for themselves outside of Zeus, because you know, girl, don't do it, girl. For you to call Suki, girl, that is crazy, girl. You just be pulling anything out that big back chair, out them big rolls, girl. You just be saying anything. Anyways, and then for you to call Suki Stank, girl. For you to call Suki Stank, like, girl, you really be, oh my goodness. Rollie, I'm not gonna lie, girl, I can smell you through the screen, girl, okay? Every season, somebody else is coming out and talking about your hygiene, but you talking about Suki hygiene? Girl, bye. Like I said, girl, I can smell you through the screen, girl. Okay, Natalie asked the girls in the van who, she basically told you that you stink. She said, we're not going to this event, Stank. Here is some deodorant. Girl, she was talking about you and you refused to take the deodorant. Girl, girl. Rollie, let me tell you something, girl. You should be the last one talking about somebody's hygiene. I promise you. I promise you. You really should. You should be the last one. Okay, because you just look like you stink. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie, girl. Tommy already came out and said that you got 3 levels of funk. Girl, everybody says that you stink. Like, girl, like, you just look like I just cannot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Rollie. You just, oh my goodness. And again, while all of this is going on, Saph-Liar is just sitting there. I'm just like, at what point are you going to step in and defend your best friend? Like, Saph-Liar didn't even step up and speak. Defend her. She didn't defend her verbally, physically, nothing, girl. Saph-Liar was just a fly on the wall, girl. Saph-Liar, you just a long face, fake ass hoe. You just fake, girl. I cannot say. I'm not gonna lie, girl. Don't bring her back next season, girl. You are a punk. You are a punk. And then for you to really pull that at the reunion, thinking that you really was gonna get your redemption when the situation originally happened, you let 2 girls. It was 2 girls against your best friend. You ain't do nothing, girl. You is you is scary, girl. You real scary. Then again, in the midst of this argument, E.T. throws a drink on Suki. E.T., girl, you got some nerve. And Saph-Liar still doesn't do anything, but then has the nerve to pull Suki to the side and tell Suki to calm down. Girl, she just got put up against the wall. Hands put on her. Somebody stood up who she wasn't even talking to, stood up and took somebody else's fade. And you telling me? And she got a drink thrown at her. And you telling her that she needed to call. I'm not gonna lie, Suki. I ain't gonna lie, girl. You should have. No, ma'am. No ham. No turkey, girl. Suki. I'm not gonna lie, girl. You should have. Girl, you should have popped her. I'm just saying. Me personally, you should have popped her, because you see all of this stuff happening to me. Okay. Suki argued with 3 people back to back. First, it was Natalie. Then it was E.T. Then it was Rollie. Okay. Argued with 3 girls back to back. Is getting heated with one girl. Another girl, twice her size, stands up on her. Took the other girl's fade for her. And then the other girl threw a drink. No, ma'am. Girl, I'm not even gonna lie. Girl, if you a friend like Saph-Liar, or if you defend Saph-Liar in any way, shape, or form, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna need you to evaluate yourself as a friend, okay? And you don't need no friends, okay? You don't. You absolutely don't. So for Suki, Saph-Liar, nobody was checking for you before you got on the show. I don't understand how this girl, she is literally the reason why you got on the show. Nobody was checking for you. Let's really keep it a buck. Nobody was checking for you. This is how I know I'm getting mad, because I'm talking fast. Nobody was checking for you. Nobody. Girl, I didn't even know who you was, girl. Your entire personality is being her best friend. I don't understand how, when ish really hit the fan, how you're not defending your best friend, your quote unquote best friend, because ain't no way. And then the worst part is that you took no accountability. Like, you tried to make Suki the problem. You tried to make Suki the problem so bad. You tried to villainize Suki so bad. I don't understand you, Saph-Liar. That's the worst part about it. So not only did you let that happen, okay, you didn't have her back. You were not there for her. You gaslighted her, told her to calm down when she had every right to be upset, right? and you took no accountability. Not only did you not take accountability, but you tried to make Suki, you made it worse. Like, you tried to villainize her. Like, you tried to, like, I know this episode was very hard for Suki to watch. I couldn't be able to do it. Saph-Liar goes on a bus with Suki and Bobby, okay? Bobby is calling her out. And I'm not going to lie, I don't really care for Bobby's approach as a man. You know what I'm saying? As a grown man to a grown woman. I don't like his approach. Him calling her out her name, this, that, and the third. I don't like it. But other than that, what he was saying really, he was not lying. He was not lying. But, you know, it was his approach. But no, I feel like she needed to hear that because, girl, you're fake. Like, girl, if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, act like a duck, walk, girl, it's a duck. It's a duck. Okay, girl, you're fake. You're fake. Multiple people is telling you that you're fake. Suki telling you that you're fake. Bobby telling you that you're fake. You're fake. You know what I'm saying? Of course. And then she runs to the bus with the other girls that Suki just got into it with. Your friend just got into it with these girls, and you run to their sprinter, okay? Oh, Bobby just called me fake. Bobby just called me fake. How am I fake? Of course they're not. Of course they're going to agree with you. They're at odds with Suki right now. Okay, girl, Rollie is on the other sprinter, pulls out Mariah Lynn's phone. Take Mariah Lynn's phone. First of all, Mariah Lynn, girl, you're weird. You are weird. Like, for you to even have that, for you to even have access to Suki's private pictures like that, and for you to be able to have access to the point where you can pull it up in seconds, Mariah Lynn, you're weird. That's all I'm going to say, girl. That's all I'm going to say, girl. Like, if it wasn't for Suki and Saph-Liar, girl, you wouldn't even have got your chain back. Speaking of that chain, Saph-Liar, how you help Mariah Lynn get her chain? Girl, ooh, I just thought about that. How you defend Mariah Lynn against Smiley? Okay, you basic girl. Oh, I just thought about that, girl. Saph-Liar, you are fake. How do you, okay, defend Mariah Lynn against Smiley and basically and made Smiley come up off that chain for Mariah Lynn, and you gave it to Mariah Lynn, basically defending Mariah Lynn? That's really what it was. You didn't like how Smiley was treating Mariah Lynn, so you felt the need to step in and do your big one. Okay? So you defended Mariah Lynn over a chain, but say, girl, but you couldn't defend. Oh my God, girl, you're. Oh no, I just thought about that. I kind of wish I wouldn't have thought about that because now it just made me more mad. Saph-Liar, you're girl. Oh Lord. Anyways, ADHD again, child. Anyways, so Mariah Lynn pulls up Suki. Oh girl, how do you have access to those, and why do you have access to them so quickly, girl? Mariah Lynn, you are weird, girl. I ain't gonna lie, girl. Especially, like I said, if it wasn't for Suki, you wouldn't even have your stuff if it wasn't for Suki and Saph-Liar. So for you to even do that quick, you're weird. Okay. So Rollie is basically showing the camera, of course, Suki and what she be doing. As if we ain't seen it already. As if Suki ain't been cracked that look, baby. As if Suki ain't been cracked that little kitty cat open for the world. Child, girl, we already know. Like, we hear what she talk about in her songs, baby. We seen it already, girl. Like, I don't even understand. Child. Anyways, so she shows that of Suki on Mariah Lynn's phone. Just a hot mess. It's just a hot mess, girl. Trying to judge the next girl. Okay, trying to judge the next girl as if you weren't on Jerry Springer rubbing Alfredo sauce on yourself. Like, I'm not finna play with Rollie. Like, this is my thing with Rollie. I don't know who hyped Rollie up or who boosted Rollie's head up to really feel like she is that girl over everybody else, but you're really not, baby. You're really not. You cannot judge nobody, girl. You debuted on TV by rubbing Alfredo sauce on yourself, girl. Specifically, fettuccine, girl. Like, I'm not finna play with you. Like, you cannot talk about nobody. You really cannot talk about anybody. And then let's not forget what you was doing on One More Chance, okay? Just for you to get shot down, okay? Rejected, used, and not even picked both seasons. Girl, don't play with me, Rollie. Don't. Anyways, child, so that's really what it was. They're talking about Suki. Natalie, you're biased. Like, you're the EP. You don't act like an EP. Like, somebody please get this girl up off the show. I really don't understand. Please get this girl up off the show. Okay? Like, you really showed your true colors as soon as you came out your mouth. Talk about well, Suki needs to pick a side. What? What do you mean by that? Why does she have to pick a side? That's why y'all really don't like her. That's why. Okay, y'all talking about something she got to pick a side. Why? That don't make no sense. What do you mean by that? And girl, you talking all that hot stuff in the car, but when Suki was just in your face telling you that she don't mess with you and that you're weird and that you're a bully and that you don't know, girl, you really wasn't saying much. You was letting her do it, okay? So for you to get in the car talking all that hot stuff when she was just in your face, yeah, girl, bye. Cause you was not singing that same tune when she was up in there. You wasn't. Okay, girl, what else, child? The next day, maybe that night, I don't know what it was, but Saph-Liar oh, girl. And then she just, the true colors just continue to unfold this episode with everybody, honestly. Saph-Liar, oh, and one more thing, before I speak on that. Automac, you're a, girl, I ain't gonna lie, girl, you're a pick-me, girl. You're a pick-me and you're fake too, girl. You're just as phony, girl. Because Suki confronted everybody else and she said, does anybody else got an issue with me? Does anybody else got a problem with? All y'all said no. Automatic. But you was in your confessionals popping it, talking about something. I'm real sick and tired. I'm real sick and tired of Suki trying to defend herself, trying to defend people and play Captain Save a Hoe and do this and do that. And well, you just said that you was tired of her doing it, but when she confronted you in your face, you ain't say nothing. Okay? And you threw shade talking about something. We know that you're the captain of the, but you're not Captain Save a Girl. Why you ain't say that? Girl. You're a confessional gangster. Why you ain't say that to her though? Why you ain't say that to her though? When she asked you if you had a problem. Oh, okay, girl, goodbye. Girl, bye. Anyways, so Saph-Liar is sitting with Suki's enemies at this point. Okay, real fake. How you meet up with your best friends, ops before you sit down with your best friend and apologize? Girl, I'm not finna play with you. So this entire time that she's sitting down with Rollie and E.T., girl, they're just buttering her up, girl. I have never seen somebody be such a real friend to anybody until I met you with Suki. You're a good friend to her. Da-da, girl. And she's just eating it up, child. Well, I didn't do anything wrong. I just... No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Get from... girl... I honestly don't know what to say. Like, it was just so much fake stuff going on this episode. I really could not. Like, you're literally sitting down with somebody who had your best friend up against a wall the night before or the day before or that same day. I don't know when it was, but I know that they just got into it with your best friend and you are now sitting down with them, talking to them, especially E.T. Girl, Saph-Liar, girl. No, ma'am. Girl, Anyways, so it's like, so not only did you not defend her, but you keep keying with her up, girl. So the next scene, Suki and Saph-Liar sit down together. Honestly, I really don't feel no way about it, except for the fact that Saph-Liar is literally, like, I keep saying it. She's just not a good friend. She's not a good friend. She couldn't even take accountability. She started her apology off with, I'm sorry that you feel. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? You're sorry because I feel some type of way? That's not an apology. Be sorry because you truly feel like you were wrong. And you truly feel like you could have did better. And you truly feel like you'll do better next time. Don't tell me that you're sorry because I feel some type of way. That's not an apology. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that you feel like, what? If I was Suki, I would have got up and left. That's literally how Saph-Liar started off the conversation. I'm sorry. And Suki was like, girl, if that's how you gonna come, girl, you could really keep it. Because how you apologizing for how I feel? No, man. If you feel like you didn't do anything wrong, then just be quiet. So she started off the apology all wrong, okay? Basically not owning up, not taking no accountability. She don't feel like she wrong. She feel like she has Suki back. So Suki's like, okay, so if you feel like you didn't do wrong, if you feel like you have my back, why are you apologizing? Why are you apologizing? And Saph-Liar's like, well, do I regret it? Yes. Could I have done more? Yes. But Suki was like, okay, but you just said that you didn't do anything wrong and that you So Saph-Liar was contradicting herself the entire time when she really could have just sat down, even though we all know that she wasn't sorry either way. But you really could have just made it more believable. Like, girl, oh, girl. Anyways, so Natalie and Scotty meet up, child. They still talking about this plate, the food, the sides. Girl, she got her food before me. She ate her food. She ordered another plate. Girl, so what? So what? First of all, we know this is not the real case scenario because, first of all, again, when you and Scotty were arguing in that moment, there was absolutely no food on the table, okay? No food on the table. No, ma'am. No food, okay? So, we know this is not true. We know what it's about. So, stop feeding us this BS, okay? So, let's just say it was girl, it honestly just sounds like, clearly they're trying to cover something up, but it clearly just sounds like Natalie is fed up with Scotty and her special treatment and her entitled ways. Girl, who made her that way? You and Lemmy, okay? You and Lemmy made her feel entitled. Let's really get into it. Girl, y'all, we seen the OF pictures, baby. We seen the OF pictures. We know that she licking on that little kitty cat. We already know. But not only that, but she's also, girl, she already doing a do with Lemmy too. Okay, so y'all making her feel this entitlement. Okay, y'all keep putting her on these shows when she clearly has nothing. No hate to Scotty because Scotty is very beautiful, girl. But girl, I'm not gonna lie. Not only are you a punk, but you also don't have nothing to offer to the show. It's like you don't have no person. Girl, you just boring. Okay, you have nothing to offer to the show anymore. They keep putting you back on the show. Girl, you guys made her feel entitled. Stop. So now that she has surpassed you, and she's doing the do with the boss, okay, and she really getting special treat. Girl, it just sounds like you need to crack it open a little better than she is. Because it sounds like she doing what she need to do. Okay? And it sounds like you're mad about it. What are you talking about? Okay? So, girl, her and Scotty get into it. As soon as Scotty come through the door, Scotty is ready, girl. I'm like, yes! Scotty looked like she didn't even want to talk, girl. Scotty was like, girl, she came in with no shoes on. Her little purse, girl, she came in with no shoes on. She came in the door, child. First thing to come out her mouth is, what's up? What's up? Natalie was like, what you mean, what's up? Girl, they start going back and forth. Scotty did the do. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I'm not gonna lie, this fight was not really impressive. I'm not gonna lie. But they did let them scrap it out for a little bit longer. So it was, at least it didn't get breaking up after like 10 seconds. So it was all right. Natalie, of course, had on her rings just like she did when she got into it with Camila. Okay. Of course, she had on her rings. That's why Scotty was looking like that. Scotty is also Scotty is a light bright. Okay, Scotty is a light bright, so it's going to show. But I feel like that does not equate to Natalie winning at all. I don't know. Natalie pulled hair whole time. Like, I really don't know what to say about this. Like, I would call it a tie. If I had to pick a winner, I would say Scotty. After that, they cried, they hugged it out. I'm like, y'all are weird. I'm not even gonna lie. Y'all is weird, child. Like, y'all are some, like, Miss Crater Face Scissor Sisters. Like, y'all is no ma'am. It's just too much. It's too toxic. I couldn't be able to do it, baby. So y'all know how they made up, cried, this, that, and the third, said their sorries, blah, 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 blah. Like, I really didn't want to do this. Okay, cool. So Natalie is so fake, y'all. So she gets on the sprinter with Rollie, E.T., Mariah Lynn, all of them, baby. Get on the sprinter, right? And it's just like, she's still talking mess. Like, after she just made up with Scotty, still talking mess, still basically trying to insinuate and push out a narrative that Scotty is using her, which is just like, duh. Like, duh. Like, you're almost 40 and she's in her 20s. Why else would y'all, your girl, why else would she be hanging out with you? Like, come on now. You got, that's why you have most of your friends. And that's why you flashed this lifestyle in their face. The first thing you said to her when y'all got into that altercation was, no more jets. Girl, you know what you be doing. You flash this lifestyle in their face, and then you want to go on a sprinter and start complaining that you're being used. Girl, bye. Like, if y'all just made up, why are you still talking mess? Why are you still talking? Period. Y'all just say y'all made up in that say. And then Rollie just said, Rollie, you fake too, because you be in Scotty face just as much. And it's just like, Rollie sitting there agreeing with everything. Like, Rollie, you have truly became a lapdog. I really cannot. You have truly became, I have never seen somebody mop somebody and then become their lapdog. Like, it's just real lame. I'm kind of bouncing around because, of course, this came out Sunday, girl. It's Wednesday. I'm trying to figure out. I'm basically going off of what I remember. They also confronted Mariah Lynn, I believe. So this is how I feel about the whole Mariah Lynn thing. Okay. I feel two ways. Okay. I don't care if y'all, I feel two ways. Okay. So a part of me feel like, why are you speaking on Natalie and Scotty's situation? Right? Why are you speaking on their situation when, baby, you can barely handle your own business? Okay. If it's between them, let it be between them. You don't need to say no. You don't need to say nothing. Okay. Girl, you can't even handle your own business. You needed two replacements to come in the house and help you with your business. Okay. Girl, because we all know you wasn't going to get that chain back without Suki and Saph-Liar. Let's be clear. Okay. But then, I understand that part. So I'm like, okay, so I feel like that. But it's the fact that the girls are so mad. And I understand why in that moment Suki confronted her. But I feel like they really should have just left it at that. Like, I don't understand why this conversation of Mariah Lynn speaking during Natalie and Scotty's altercation is... I don't understand why it's being talked about and made into a storyline outside of the restaurant. Like, what else is there to talk about? Mariah Lynn said that they was being weird. Okay. She said it was weird, which it was. Okay, by the way. Suki confronted her, and then that was that. Like, I don't understand why it's still being talked about. Because if we're really going to keep it a buck, if anybody else would have said that, Suki probably would have said something, because Suki stand on all 10 with anybody. So, but nobody else would have said anything. Like, if it was weird, like, what else? Like, and you know what I said? But I also feel that way too. It's like, okay, Natalie and Scotty were arguing over nothing. Like, they talking about food. It was not over food, clearly. Okay, it's weird. Y'all are friends. Why are y'all acting like this? It's weird. It was weird. Mariah Lynn wasn't lying. It was just, she shouldn't have said that. But it's like, why is this being made into a storyline? Like, I don't understand. It was weird. And then not only that, everybody had something to say about it. But nobody was just real enough to say it in that moment. They only said it in their confession. Every single one of them had something to say about Natalie and Scotty getting into it. So why are y'all so mad at Mariah Lynn? Because she said it to them. Because she said weird while it was girl, but I just don't understand. Like, again, Mariah Lynn, girl, you shouldn't talk. You just shouldn't. You can't even handle your own business. But it's like, why are y'all so mad? Like, why? How does that directly affect y'all? That she said weird while they were arguing. It don't make no sense. It was weird. Y'all always in y'all confessionals popping it about that situation. But y'all mad that it just don't make no sense to me, girl. So now they're all trying to like get on Mariah Lynn for saying that. It's crazy. If y'all were gonna get on Mariah Lynn about something, it should have been how Mariah Lynn is a flip-flopper. It should have been how Mariah Lynn is also fake. It should have been how Mariah Lynn, okay, carries the bone between both House A and House B. Like, let's really get into it. Y'all not checking her about the right stuff. Y'all checking her because she said weird in the midst of something that was weird. Girl, bye. But that is all I have for y'all today. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and making it till this. I know I kind of snapped a little bit, but this episode really had me heated in so many ways, girl. I'm not going to lie. At this point, they could really just throw the entire cast away. I don't care for anybody at this point. I just don't care anymore. Like, just throw everybody away, child. Anyways, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell so you know every single time I post a new video. It's ItsMyaJ. It's the Messy Ma. We are lit over here. Trust and believe that. And yeah. Bye.
Yours, damn right. It's better than your nigga teach you.